Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. Jameson writes in and says the following. Tom, I'm an avid listener of your show, and I love what you're doing for men. Women have seemed to given the word... What? Women have seemed to have given the word no way too much power. When it comes to a woman's body and the amount of groping a man can do, no is the ultimate word. And the man should respect it and keep their hands off. However, when it comes to arguing a point, or rather disagreeing with a point, women seem to think the word no has the same power that it does when it comes to sex. When women call in to disagree with a point you've made, they almost always use the word no, and most of the time, only the word no, to disagree with the point. They'll say things like, no, you're wrong, or no, I don't think so. And by that, they think they've proven your argument wrong, just by saying no. I am 27 now, and my mom does that to me all the time, and I hate it. I will say something, and she will simply say, no, in that sassy women tone that they all use. And she thinks that saying no proves me wrong. Almost all women that do this have no valid points they can back themselves up with. They just simply say those magical words, and suddenly what they say goes, and no matter how many valid points men make, women can never use rational thought and realize that our arguments are valid. Hopefully you've noticed this during your show, but hasn't it gotten worse? P.S., says Jameson, my father died when I was 19, so you have been my father of poon. And I want to thank you for that. His name was Tom as well. Thank you, Jameson. Well, Jameson, you bring up a very good point. Women love to argue. They love to, on the one hand, to say things to me like, oh, you're opinionated, or you're so argumentative. But then you ever notice that women love to argue? They love to argue about everything. Which is amazing because most of them are ill-equipped. And when I say ill-equipped, I don't disagree with what Jameson is saying or what he's trying to say. Women are not specialists in the field of logic or logical thought. They are specialists in the areas of drama and tension and repetition. Come on, I grew up with two sisters, and what they had the ability to do was repeat things ad infinitum till you can't stand to listen anymore. It's this form of brainwashing that girls learn at an early age. Browbeating you, nagging, cajoling, and repeating the same material like Chinese water torture. They keep repeating the same material over and over. It's literally like the kind of brainwashing techniques they use in, it's one of the internationally banned forms of torture. Brainwashing. And women innately know, beginning as girls, how to brainwash you, how to get you to give up on an argument by continually repeating the same line over and over and over and over. Now, I may argue for a living, but I don't argue at home anymore. I just won't argue, especially with women, but I generally don't argue when I'm not here. And I won't argue with women because I don't think most of them are up to the challenge. And honestly, if I'm going to be in a relationship or if I'm going to be dating somebody, I don't want to be arguing with them. And I don't want them starting arguments with me. So call me incommunicative if you want to. Here's the bottom line. There's nothing to debate. I have my money, my space, my job. Women take their tops off in front of me and I autograph them with Sharpies. I'm on the road a lot. I work late. I go to dinners with clients that go too long and they happen too often for most women's taste. I like hockey. I like going to the Hollywood Bowl for jazz every Wednesday night all summer long, whether you like it or not. And there's nothing to debate here. If you don't like it, get out. Get out. The most powerful words there are. If you don't like it, get out. And boys, you've seen me say this. And I'm going to tell you, if you've seen it, I'll tell you where you've seen me say it. You've seen me in action. About 8 years ago, somebody made a documentary about me and this show. And in the documentary called Blow Me Up, Tom, you saw me sitting in my living room at home with the person at the time was my wife. And she expressed misgivings about my show. And I sat in my living room and pointed at the front door of my home, the same place where I live now, pointed at the front door of my home, and I said, you know, you don't have to stay here. There's the door. There it is. By the way, she did not leave. That is my response to anything now. If you don't like something, go. I mean, it is the ultimate argument killer. If you feel confident enough to tell somebody to get lost, it ends the argument. Women argue with you because they think you're stuck. So much of what a woman does is based on the fact they think you are trapped. That is why they do all kinds of things to you after they move in with you that they would never do before they move in with you. That is also why they do all kinds of wonderful things for you before they move in with you that they'll never do again after they move in with you. The only way you keep the balance of power is by having the big brass balls to tell a woman, get out. It's liberating. You'd be amazed how you can shut down any argument by saying, if you don't like it, get out. By the way, if you don't marry a woman or if you have a prenup, you can say get out with confidence. Because you know she doesn't have your cash. She can't blackmail you financially. Women have all kinds of arguing techniques. Many of you guys are victims of them. Many of you guys stay around and tolerate it. Many of you guys listen. Many of you are with broads who are specialists in these kind of brainwashing techniques, these torture techniques. Repeating the same stupidity, the same banality over and over and over. What techniques does your bitch use on you?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
You do a wonderful job at roping us gals in, suckering us into your song, and bending us over slowly. It's amazing.
And you all hate each other. It's so easy. It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jameson, are you the same Jameson? How you doing?
You good? How are you?
Doing okay. What's the deal?
When I was 18 years old, I got married to a girl I only knew for 2 weeks.
Oh, boy.
We ran off to Las Vegas and we got married, which was crazy at first. And about a year later, one of my friends introduced your show. And then I realized how big of a mistake I made.
Yeah.
So the marriage lasted for about years. And on our 2nd anniversary, which was in March 7th, I let her know that she needs to get out or I'm leaving.
Wow. How'd she react to that?
Well, she wouldn't leave, of course. She just stayed, and ever since we were married, she gained like 50 pounds, which drove me nuts. She never lose her weight. She would never.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I was an electrician, and I was only making $10 an hour. And then I started listening to your show about, making progress and making more money. And as soon as I kicked her out, I happened to get a raise, and now I'm making $17 an hour. So, I mean.
Yeah, and how's she doing now?
She lost her job. She doesn't work, I'm trying to buy a house next year. I feel great about myself. There's girls everywhere that are just wonderful. It's just, my dad's a big pussy, and you seriously just, like, adopted me after, I mean, everything that you said just made me more of a man.
Perfect. Now, remember, do not let any of these girls move in. Don't make that mistake again.
No, never will do that.
They can spend all the money they want. They can be as independent as they like.
Yep.
Let them.
Yeah. So, I just want to thank you so much. Can you take me out with the bong hit?
Absolutely, Jameson. Here you go. That's the Jameson who wrote the letter, for God's sake. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Lauren on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Okay, Lauren.
I just wanted to tell you I've been listening to your show since you got out here to San Diego, and I adore you. I agree with pretty much everything that you say. Now, let me tell you that my husband is a Marine, and so am I. He comes home after a long day of work. Sometimes I find myself nagging at him, you know, over the littlest things. Women pick fights. They do. And my husband will make a point, and he will be right. And I find myself agreeing with him a lot, but sometimes it's hard to look at the other spectrum of things. But, you know, but a lot of times men are right when they're with women. And you're right, women do have selective hearing.
There's no doubt about it. And they don't have arguing skills beyond brainwashing techniques. They certainly don't have logic working for them.
That's right. And I just wanted to tell you that a lot of the things you say are true, and people have, the truth hurts some people, but I respect you a lot, especially since you're always telling people how things are. And, you know, you're so blunt, and people can't take that, but I love it. I think it's great. I think the show's great. Your advice to men are great. More military men need to be listening to your show because it gets men on the right track. I just really agree. I really think you're doing a great job, given the advice you do.
We have actually gotten inquiries from military officers who've been inquiring about me coming and speaking to the guys at military bases. And we're ready to go, and they're ready to have us.
And as far as the Marines in Iraq, they need to be listening to your show on the internet.
Some of them do. You know, by the way, Lauren, I don't know if you know this, we did a show one day where we solicited callers who listen to our show around the world on the internet only for an hour, and we got calls from Iraq, from soldiers in Iraq who were listening in the middle of the night.
I want my husband to listen to your show when he gets back, and that is the only rule and only argument I will have. If he does not listen to your show, there's going to be a problem.
Wow. I love it, Lauren. Thank you.
Can you take me out Lacey Peterson style?
It would be tasteless to do that. You know that.
Emmer. Hey. Emmer. Emmer, miss you.
1-800-5800-TOM. It's Alex on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm okay, Alex.
Love the show. Hey, going to, tactics girlfriends use on you for fighting. I was with this girl a few years ago, and she would love to fight. One of the things she would love to do is come over to my house and ask for all her stuff back, stuff that she had bought me throughout the relationship.
Yeah.
And that was her way of getting inside or getting me to open the door and, grounds for confrontation.
Oh.
And when I wouldn't open the door, one day she went around back and let my dogs out.
Oh, my.
Naturally, I go out to go chase them, and she sneaks in through the back. So I come in, and, she's there. And that happened a few times. And one of the times she was in there, I decided enough was enough, and I decided to call the cops on her.
Good.
And, in my state of mind, I was just irate, and I kept her there, not even thinking of what could have happened. And the cop showed up, and she started acting, frantic, saying I put my hands all over her and I was hitting her. And what ended up happening is I went to jail. They arrested me. And then they questioned me and, asked me if I hit her. And it ended up going to trial, and I ended up having to pay a lot of money.
What do you mean you ended up paying a lot of money? You mean for the lawyer or...
Just getting out of it,
you didn't get fined or get sent to prison, did you?
No, nothing like that. It's just, they kept me overnight. And, it doesn't help if the cops show up on the scene and you're the one who's angry and she's crying, you know what I mean? They're going to believe her over. And she looked all sweet and innocent, so it didn't help me out too much. But, just paying fees for the lawyer and just the...
Now, did she live with you, Alex?
No, she did not. I mean, we were just together, and it was one of those things where, you know, she'd come over, and I'd go over to her house, but, you know, some of her stuff was at my house. And
this is why you don't want them leaving their stuff at your house. And this is why you really don't want them at your house if you could avoid that.
Exactly. You want nothing to do with that. Keep your own stuff at your place, and then I'll do the same. It was just a nightmare. Hey, Tom, can you take me out Compton style?
Here you go, Alex. 1-800-5800-TOM. Ryan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Ryan. How you doing?
You're Ryan. I'm Tom.
I'm sorry. Well, basically, I've been listening for a while, and, you know, I've been with this girl for about 2 years now. I'm 22. And she's giving me this feeling that, you know, she just kind of wants to start moving out and, like, getting too close. And, like, because I'm a college student, I don't spend that much money on her. You know, I don't, you know, treat her like a princess, but she just wants to start getting closer and closer, and I just think it's time to ish-nay on the girlfriend thing.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. And she's living with you.
No, she's not living with me right now. She still lives with her parents. She's 20. She's a college student, too.
All right, so you don't have that problem.
No, I don't have it yet, but, I mean, I live with my best friend right now, and she's just saying, you know, I could share a room with you.
No. And I'm
like...
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Why would you want to do that? What's in that for you?
That's what I'm trying to ask myself, and there's nothing in it for me.
Right.
And
so you're not going to do it?
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just trying to get the right way to tell her to... I mean, am I supposed to just kick her to...
You are too young to be in that kind of relationship. Living together is for people who are about to get married. You tell her you believe that.
Yeah.
And that you two are not about to get married anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, you're not going to move in with her because right now the plan is not to get married. The plan is that you are dating, and that's what you are doing. That's that.
Yeah.
By the way, she may say she doesn't like that and she wants to stop seeing you. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm actually hoping. But, I mean, she's just the kind of girl that's always just kind of starting to be the stereotypical woman, you know.
Why don't you just get out of it?
That's what I'm...
Why don't you just tell her that you're done?
Yeah, I think that's what I need to get.
Tell her it's over. You're done.
Uh-huh. All right, thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. Footy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, what's up, man? How are you, brother?
I'm doing okay, pal.
Good, man. Yeah, I was just trying to agree with you, man. I was listening to what you said earlier about when you finally just let it go. Hey, you know what? There's the door. Go ahead. I finally did it like 3 days ago, you know, been with my girl for about 3 years, you know, fought with her family like crazy because they didn't want her to be with me. They actually, at one point, threatened to pay somebody to kill me. And I still stayed with her and toughed it out. And I kept trying to work things out with her, and then she started with the, you know, we should take time off, we should this and that. And finally I just said, you know what, like go. Like it's done, you know. I'm done with it, and left her alone. Haven't called her. Didn't no emails, nothing like that. I get home last night after 3 days, and I'm just getting blown up on my IMs, on my emails with, you know, look at you, you're out all the time. I know you are, and this and that. And it just goes to show that you're right, man. As soon as you take away the power of that, you're not pursuing them, and you're just like, fine, there's the door, go. It like drives them crazy. You know?
Then you've got all the power.
Yeah, exactly. Like I went from, you know, like fighting with her family and fighting with her on us working it out. So now, you know, as soon as I just let it go and ignored it, you know, my IMs, every time I get home from work, my IM's full with, you know, you're out every night, I know you are, because you're not online, and you're not home, and this and that. And it's just crazy that you're right, man, really. It's crazy that as soon as you just tell them, look, go, there it is, it's done, it eats at them because it takes away their position, their power, you know?
By the way, one of the best techniques is not to be online at night for like a week, even if you're home. Or just block everybody when you're online.
Yeah, if I have to check my stuff now, when I turn my computer on, I just sign out as invisible. That way she doesn't can't tell that I'm home. That way I can just eat at her. Because that's I mean, you know how they are, man. Like
yes, I do.
As soon as you're trying to, like, you know, be there for them, you know, then they start turning away. And as soon as you take that power away from them, then they start freaking out. Oh my God, you're with other girls. Are you out? Are you at a bar? Are you at a club? And it's just it's great to just like know that you're right, man. Really.
So it feels good, huh?
Oh, it feels great. Every time I turn on my computer and I see all these messages, I'm just like, man, as soon as I just let it go, it's crazy how all the power comes back, man. You were so right.
Yeah. By the way, the ones who cheat on you and stuff, nothing better when they want to stay with you to just, like, you know, ice them. They will do anything. They will beg. They will plead.
This girl has a friend that works at Bank of America, got a hold of my Social Security number, then has a friend that works at Nextel, got a hold of my passwords, right? And then she went into Nextel and printed up my phone records and sat down and dialed every number back, accusing people of doing stuff with me if it was a female's voice. And I lost all kinds of clients for work because of it.
How did you find out about this?
I was sitting on my couch in my house, and my roommate's cell phone doesn't work in my house, so he'll call his girlfriend from my phone sometimes and be like, hey, I'm home, come on over. And they were sitting on the couch next to me, watching a movie, and her cell phone rang. My roommate's girlfriend's cell phone rang from a blocked number, and it was my girlfriend calling her, accusing her of stuff because her number was on my phone record.
And she said how she got the information?
Yeah.
Well, that's fantabulous, because if you have an attorney, you have a case, I think.
Oh, I already had my lawyer. I already spoke to Nextel. I found the account that she did on Nextel. The guy gave her her friend gave her my VIN number to my phone, the little code inside.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually went online, and as soon as, he threatened lawsuit, then they finally did something about it. And I went online and registered on the account on mynextel.com, and there it was. I found this opened account, for me, except I didn't open it. I mean, I couldn't even access it because I didn't know what password she used. So she was in there, and it was opened. This was 3 days ago. It was opened September 6, 2005.
So she's been spying on you for a while.
Yeah, for 7 months. I've been going through hell and back with her family to be with her. And meanwhile, she's checking my phone records to see who I talk to, who I call for work. If I'm talking to somebody and it's a girl that's related to work, if it's even a friend from back east, from where I'm from, everything. And it's embarrassing. Like every person you run into that you've ever talked to in the past months is like, hey, I got a call from some girl that was asking how I knew you. And it's embarrassing. It's like, oh, yeah, that was my girl spying on me, trying to accuse me of cheating,
Well, you have damages. If you lost clients, you have damages. You have provable damages.
When I talked to my attorney about the stuff, I didn't really understand all the stuff he was saying, but I've wondered if I could really sue Nextel, even though they've already taken care of it,
Well, you should be able to sue Nextel and her.
See, I went to originally I filed a police report, and then...
And what about Bank of America? Why was your information given out by them?
It's crazy, Tom, because it doesn't even surprise me that she did it. That's the way she is.
Well, the fact that it doesn't surprise you doesn't mean you can't go after all of these people.
Oh, yeah, I know, but that's the one that pissed me off the most, is that some guy at Nextel who I've never met, who doesn't know me, who probably just wants to bang my girl, but went and took my information and gave it to her and her friends to go embarrass me like that. Some guy, I've never met this guy. I don't know who he is.
Well,
I don't know his name. He's never met me.
I've had problems like this, and generally it's not the company's fault. Generally, they have to have somebody working in the office to be able to access records and things. It's that person who is responsible.
Yeah.
But if you know who that person is, you ought to be going after them.
I don't know. I filed a police report, and there's 3 Nextel dealers in Glendale, in California, and I went to those places,
Yeah, but your attorney should be able to effectively get that information through a subpoena, or you need another attorney.
Well, they say that they can't tell which employee did it because they don't have to put in an employee number when they open the computer. It could have been any of their 14 employees.
Well, I'd like them to tell that to your attorney. And I'd like your attorney to be able to use whatever means necessary to find out if that's true.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-866.
Listen, I just got one word for most of these guys out here. Birth control.
I think that's 2 words.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show from Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. We're talking about the arguing techniques of females. Adrian on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How's it going, Tom?
Going great.
Hey, man, you are a total fresh of breath hair out here in Phoenix.
Why, thank you.
It is just, beforehand it was terrible, and now it's, I got something to listen to on my way home from work, so it's pretty good. I was calling in because you brought this up while I was heading home, and it matches almost exactly what my mom does to both me and my dad, which is kind of strange, but she parrots a lot, and anytime you try to bring up a valid point that she can't you know, argue against or anything like that. She turns to name-calling and throws red herrings out, and it's just incredible. I couldn't believe what you were saying matched almost exactly what I've been observing for, like, years.
I don't put up with it. I'm at the point now where if some woman starts arguing with me, I'm done. Done.
Yeah. Well, strangely enough, I applied your technique without even realizing it. This was before you actually showed up here in Phoenix. She was out at my house, and we got into it over some stupid, ridiculous thing. And I said, you know what? Get out of my house. And I just kicked her out. And since then, she's been pretty nice to me, but she still gives my dad all kinds of grief. So I just wanted to call in and let you know that what you're saying, I'm seeing it quite a bit, just in you know, women around me.
And women tolerate it because they think you're stuck.
Yeah.
No, women tolerate it. Women think you'll tolerate it because you're stuck, is what I mean to say.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I mean, I'm kind of stuck with her, but I can always kick her out of my house.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
My mom, so I can't totally get rid of her, but I can at least say, you know what, get out of my house.
I don't want that in my house. Absolutely, you can say that. You're going to be that way. Be that way in your own home.
Right. Which I never go to.
This is what I love telling women, by the way. Hey, you know, I'm not a controlling person. If you want to spend all the money you want, get an apartment. Then you can do whatever you want all the time.
That's true.
Shuts them right down.
Yeah. Oddly enough, she's really good friends with my wife, and my wife never gives me problems. We've been married for like 3 years, and I think we've had 2 arguments in the whole 3 years. I mean, we, like, never fight. Everything is totally good with her, but anytime my mom stops by the house, almost always fireworks break out. And lately I've been just having to say, you know what, I'm not going to argue about it.
I wouldn't tolerate that stuff. I would not tolerate it.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, Adrian.
Anyway. Yep, thank you.
Appreciate the call. He's run out of juice there. Josh on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, hey, what's going on?
Not much.
Thanks for taking my call. My ex, man, she did a number on me. She cheated on me, and then she, she told me about it, and I started confronting her and talking to her. She turned it around on me. Started, you don't do this for me, and you don't do this for me, and, just started going off. And, I started feeling bad or whatever, and then she started crying, made me feel even worse. Then she threw sex in the mix. Oh, man. By the end of it, I was so turned around, I didn't even know what was going on. And I consider myself to be somewhat intelligent, but, yeah, after that, I was so thrown off that I ended up staying with her. She cheated on me again. She tried pulling it.
Why did you allow that? Wait. Why did you allow that?
Yeah, man, I'm an idiot. We'll call it that.
I agree. Why do you even have a girlfriend at such a young age?
I like the guaranteed...
How? If you have 7 spinners, if you have 7 booty calls, you're guaranteed to get something every night.
Yeah, you're right. I'm working on that now.
That's a guarantee. Why do you need to give a woman your keys and your credit cards and access to your...
all that.
Well, she had access to your voicemail, your computer.
No, she had none of that. I didn't give her access to any of that. We were just dating for like a year. I spent some money on her, I'll admit that, but...
Also a mistake.
Never gave her my credit card.
Oh, but you spent money on her. Why?
Yeah.
You have no game? I mean, what you're telling me is, I have no game. That's what you're saying about yourself.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely agree with you on that, Tom.
All right.
She got me once. The second time, she almost got me again, but then, 2-3 days after, she pulled it on me again. I just stopped, and I was like, wait a minute. She's the one that did it, and I dumped her. That was it. I finally smarted up after that.
Stop with the girlfriend thing, pal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Serious.
I agree with you. One more thing, Tom.
Yeah.
When you do have girls around, I noticed, because after that I had another girlfriend.
Right.
I noticed I cheated on her. She was anything I wanted to be. Sex anytime. Anything I said was right. No arguments. Anything. As soon as I cheated on her, she was kissing my butt as much as possible to make me happy. I don't know how that works, but hey, I'll go get action somewhere else and then get some other girl to kiss my butt for it.
No more girlfriends, pal.
You got it, Tom. Thanks.
Thank
you.
Hey,
you send me out bonk style.
Here you go.
No cost.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is DJ on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
How's it going, buddy?
Going great.
Right. Yo, I just want to congratulate you, man. It's like everything you're doing, it's like, I just got to say, man, it's like God put you here on earth, you know, for a reason. You're doing it.
That's right. God put me here, for God's sake.
It was meant to be. There's no other way, man. It's like everything you say, it's like, man, it's like all the guys got to realize. It's like you know it, man. It's like, I wish there was more stations like that tell it how it is. And you're doing it. I just want to thank you because, man, I almost got married, man. You know, it's like I used to live with my girl, but then it's like, man, you got to step up, you know, make the decision. I ain't trying to get married, man. It's like you said earlier on. If you got to live together, it's only to get married, you know. And I ain't trying to believe in that girlfriend relationship stuff. That's not me no more. I'm just trying to be single and just live it.
That's right. You don't be afraid to be alone. It's a great thing.
Right. And it's like...
Take it from me.
When I was with her, it's like, man, I'm tired of the same old thing, you know? It's like, man, it's got to go out there. It's like there's a saying, there's no better poo nanny than, you know, new poo nanny.
That's right.
Keep on getting the new stuff, you know? After a while, you get tired of it, man. I mean, that's how I feel.
You're exactly right.
I just want to thank you, man, so just keep it up. Can you blow me up?
Here you go.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Okay.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Kate. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Doing okay.
Listen, Dad, I'll tell you why women nag. It's because it's effective, because men are pussies. All you have to do is start with the, honey, but I don't like, and they fold like Superman on laundry day.
Oh, I think a lot of them do, and that's what I'm trying to tell the guys. You tell the chick, hey, there's the door.
Would you speak a little louder? Because, listen, I've lost 3 boyfriends. I've taken your advice from day one. First time, long time. I've never had a boyfriend for serious, for real. I've never gone steady until a great man asked me to marry him. And the whole time, I'd be going out with these guys, and then some other girl they'd be banging would be like, but I don't want her to blah, 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 and it should just be you and me. And 3 times in a row, 3 great guys stopped seeing me, stopped with a great thing. I would let them go out with other girls. I wouldn't nag them. I'm not a nag. But the nags would always win. It's because they crave control. What's up with that?
You know, you're right. I don't disagree with you. I tell these guys to stop being pussies. I tell them not to let them move in, not let these girls know where they are at all times, be unreliable, say you're going to call, then don't, ice them for a period of time. I mean, I give them all the tools they need.
They were young guys, so maybe
of course they were.
Problem.
Well, a lot of the students are young guys who are trying to learn this. But I agree with you that there are all too many guys who think they're never going to see a piece of ass like that again.
It's sad. They're just losing out. Listen to your father, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Listen to Tom.
Absolutely.
It's for you.
Thank you for that, Kate.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Gary on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Gary?
No, you're Gary.
Yes. No, sorry, Tom. How's it going, Big Daddy?
Great.
Just calling to talk about some arguments with women. Met a girl about 5 months ago or so. She's started right off with telling me how she likes women and she's into some pretty serious sexual routines, and I stood back and told her not quite into all that. And then she says, well, neither am I then. And I said, well, once a slut, always a slut. No, you know, she likes you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, I don't think so.
Yeah, you know what they say, you can't make a whore into a housewife.
Well, she says, calls me again a week later saying, oh, I've been to church, born again, Christian.
Oh, stop.
Keeps coming on to
So when are you ending this?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be ending it right now.
Good idea.
Speak. I tell you, she, you know, just don't think so.
Well, you can always do what somebody on this show did, rodeo sex. You know what that is, right?
Oh, yeah.
One last time.
Yeah, well, you know...
Tell her while you're nailing her from behind.
Yeah, I've been there, done that, told her looking for someone to make love to and get serious with and have a good time that way.
But not a whore like her.
That's right, buddy.
There we go. Sounds good to me, Gary. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. You got that? tom@blowmeuptom.com. Here I show the way nature intended it. Live! I go to blowmeuptom.com. Click on the Listen Live button between 3 and 8 p.m. and you are there.
The Tom Leykis Show.